seeing what they really seeing. It's a tent on the other side of the moon too.
The tent.
It's like a structure. They just saw it. China saw it.
How you know?
That's what I'm saying.
Cause I seen the science news.
Oh, that makes
Gentlemen.
sense.
We
what
in
up?
here. There it is. All right, guys. This is one of those pregame things. You know, every now and then we find different ways to get additional content around this amazing show that you guys are putting together, full of controversy. I know it is because even I get persecuted.
Damn, straight up.
Yeah, we've made it to that level now.
That's good.
And, you know,
Hope that ain't our fault.
you know where I stand. I think we all know where I stand. You also know that I appreciate free thought, free speech,
Yeah.
great research, and more importantly, amazing content. So LBRM is an amazing show, and you know, glad to be a part of it. To be honest, so got a few questions for you guys. They from the fans.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But not really. So they really from some of the jam sessions we had. And so I'm going to drop them on y'all. I want to hear y'all dig in a little bit. One of them for sure is, has it been hard when you're not behind the camera to defend your perspective, and specifically with believers?
But this is me. My answer gonna be short. It's like I let people stay where they are, so to speak. Like I say where I am, I give my perspective and all of that. And if they oppose or disagree, I don't debate. I'll be like, all right, here's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
My brother's different.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I come in.
Like I say in the song, at the end was cut off before his name was mentioned. But I said, I don't want to debate or something like that. Leave that to my nigga Nate.
Yep.
So that's what I'm talking about. Like Nate, like, I ain't got time to waste. I don't debate. I don't do that.
No
You
doubt.
do.
No doubt.
Yeah, so for me, it probably was more difficult in the beginning when I made my transition out of the programming.
Okay.
Conversations were very shocking because I did a 180-degree turn. It seemed like overnight.
Okay.
So, yeah, the conversations were very hard for friends and family.
Yeah, sure.
Me, I'm just having fun with it because it's all love.
It's all love.
Yeah, so now it seems like
Close to your mic.
people just ask questions. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So the questions that they ask, and I'm able to give an answer, and they just say, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
They give their perspective, and then I start to give my perspective
Sure.
and explain some things, even biblically, and now it's just cool. So
Right.
I think it's because everybody is awakening and looking for something else.
That's a great point. That leads into my next question. It appears to be a shift in consciousness. I think we're all noticing it. And I don't know if it's social media, I don't know if it's Netflix, COVID, politics, Donald J. Trump, Barack Obama. I don't know what it is, but I can tell you that it really feels like there's a shift in consciousness. Would you guys agree? And if so, what do you think is the cause of it?
Well, I think I agree. There is a shift in consciousness, but I think the shift it just happens. Like the only thing that's consistent in this life, this realm, this universe is change.
Yep.
It's inevitable. So the old is going to die. Everything new gets old. That's just nature. So the shift that's happening is like you can't stop winter from coming. You can't stop any season from coming. This is a season that's it's here really.
Yep.
We're already here.
We're
This
here.
is just the start of it. That's why it's uncomfortable for a lot of people. But yeah, and with that, like you said, it's all over the place. Like we're gonna touch on it today in the show. I was gonna mention his name. I'll mention it now. Like Carlton Pearson, he was talking about this There's No Hell like about over 10 years ago.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I remember talking to a friend of mine back then. We was like, man, this is a shift happening. This is when I was in the church. I was still calling myself a Christian. But I listened to Carlton and I believe what he was saying. I'm like, that makes sense. I felt like that before he said it. So the shift really started, a while ago.
Wow.
We're just, inside of it now. So it's just, it's what it is.
So the shift was already in place, and I'm gonna let you chime in, Nate. But what you're saying is the shift was already in place. It was gradual, and now we're starting to actually see the manifestation of it.
Yeah,
Is that fair?
To me, it's like it's nature. It's like it's consistent. It's always going to be change. You heard of ages?
Yep.
Okay, to have ages, that means that it's been thousands of years that's happened.
So another age is
so you can't say like, how will they know there's ages if this is the first age?
All right, come with it.
So that's where I was going with it, that this shift has actually been going on for at least 20 years. I remember being in church, Sunday night service, Friday night service,
Me too.
Wednesday service.
Me too.
And it was always packed. Around beginning of the 2000s, started noticing it's less and less people. I thought it was just that particular church.
Yep.
But then fast forward, there was an article in one of those Christian magazines, I forget the name of it, Christian Journal or something, in 2015 that said that there would be less and less people coming to church Sunday after Sunday. So I think that COVID helped with the quarantine because, if you're in a routine of going to church every Sunday, right, and you're being programmed, right? So you're being programmed every Sunday, and now it has to stop. So now, a lot of churches wasn't set up to be online. That came a little later.
Yep.
So people had a chance to kind of clear their mind. Those that didn't watch CNN or some of these other networks all day long, they started opening up their minds to other things.
Got it.
And so people started paying attention to health. People started questioning religion. A lot of people started questioning politics. Remember around that time we had George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and all of those things were going on. So there was an awakening going on. But this shift started a couple decades ago.
Wow, that's interesting.
It's just been magnified, like you said, with COVID, quarantine, all of that. Because people had time to just think.
Yep.
You shut in, your mind had a chance to shut down and just focus on other things.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you there. And so I'm gonna cut my third question there because of the way this question was answered. It leads to my last one, and it's about the end times. Is there an end time from your perspective? Is there an apocalypse? The Christians call it the rapture. From your perspective, does an end time exist? And if so, are we in them? Is it near?
We don't know, right?
I was about to say,
we don't know.
Okay, that's fair.
But
I wasn't expecting that answer, but that was cool. That was a nice surprise.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm gonna dive into the Bible, so go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna say scientific is usually absolute. Science is absolute, right?
Yeah.
So from my perspective, you should know. So the fact that you don't, I want to hear why, and go ahead and go ahead and teach me some things.
I don't know if I could teach you some things. I don't think it's a such thing as the end of the earth, period. Like, I think if anything, the earth will shake all of us off and it'll just keep going.
Wow.
Probably be a better place without humans, to be honest with you.
Wow.
But there is an end to, I feel like it's an end to the system that was put in place, yes. And I think that's breaking down now. But not the end of the ball or the flat earth, whichever one it is. I don't think that will end ever.
Yeah.
I think it's an infinite plane.
Yeah, well, we're talking about, when you say the apocalypse, you say the end times, you say the rapture, the idea behind that is that flesh and blood will cease to exist, right?
Yep.
And then you'll have the good spirits will go to heaven and be with God.
Yep.
The bad spirits will be tormented forever.
Well,
in hell.
and not just that, because that's more of the Christian perspective. What I mean is like something catastrophic happens and it's over.
No, I don't think it'll be like that. That's just what I'm thinking. I can't prove
So-
it. I don't think it'll be.
Okay.
So science, since you brought up science.
Yeah, I did it.
Science science is what it is. It's all based off mathematics, right?
Okay.
So mathematics is the foundation of everything. Science, we're evolving in our knowledge, right? I think our people in ancient Kemet had a better understanding of science, mathematics,
Sure.
the all than we do now. We're trying to recreate what they already understood. So as far as there being an end of the world, doesn't make sense to me because nature takes care of nature, right? So when you look at Chernobyl, right, if you go over there now, there's deer, there's wild animals running through this so-called nuclear area. There's greenery growing up, and I think it's still kind of radioactive. So nature evolves, nature adapts, nature takes care of itself.
Nice.
Yeah.
There it is. You heard it here first from the fellas, the LBRM tandem,
Lebrum.
as they getting ready to record the next show. One love from Rich. One love from Nate.
Yeah.
Reporting live from Ambassador Studios.
You going to hell.
Richie.
Let's do it, guys.
All right.
Peace.
Yeah.